What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay. Fight predictions in the building. I'll be breaking down Thiago Santos versus Johnny Walker. This is a great fight in the light heavyweight division. Really fun scrap and a really good card too. I love the card. But if I look at the rankings and we're to see where these guys are ranked, they're pretty ranked high. They're decently ranked, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good matchup here. But yeah, Thiago Santos number 5, Johnny Walker number 10. So this is a big jump up for Walker in terms of the rankings. He's had opportunities like this against Corey Anderson, right? And I guess this is his second shot. This is his first, I think, main event they're putting him into. So we're gonna see how well he does. We're gonna see. But if we look at the stats, man, it's gonna be interesting. Thiago comes in with a record of 21-9. Is fighting out of Florida, age 37, so that is something to look at. He is 37 years old, so he's somewhat past his prime. A height of 6'2", and it reaches 76. Walker, 18-5, is fighting, I guess, England, huh? That's interesting. Age 29, a height of 6'6", and it reaches 82. Man, Walker is humongous, bro. He is one of the bigger guys in the division. Actually, a natural build for heavyweight. He is humongous, but I mean, sometimes size, it's not the answer for everything, obviously his size and his explosiveness has helped him before in other matchups, but I mean, we've seen it, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to win every fight because he's so big, he's huge. And Thiago's a former fucking welterweight, actually, and he fought at middleweight in the UFC, but he's fought as low as welterweight. He fought Vicente Luque, got knocked out. Which is crazy to look back at, but it is what it is. But with Walker, I mean, he has a chance. He does have a chance to win this fight. I'll give him that. He does have a chance. But in terms of notable wins, I mean, if we look at a guy like Johnny Walker, the guy had a lot of hype. Y'all. He had so much fucking hype, man. Obviously, he had the Contender Series performance against Luis Henrique da Silva. I mean, he fucking destroyed this guy, He picked him up from one side of the octagon and threw him to the other side. Like, it was crazy. Then, his victory over Khalil Rountree, which was nuts. The elbows in the clinch. Like, this guy's knees and his elbows are just so devastating. Like I don't... One thing I kind of question about him is his real punching power, but his knees and his elbows are fucking lethal, y'all. Like, they're so fucking lethal. Like, you can hear the sound, the bones crack, like killing people, So that's something to really look at. But what he did to Rountree in the clinch just destroyed him and broke him, man. He killed him. And the way he hits guys with those knees and elbows, it looks like he's damaging these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's hurting these guys. Like, it's insane. But yeah, he fights Justin Ledet, which was a weird one. He almost got in trouble for this one because I felt like he almost, kind of kicked the guy on the ground and damn near almost soccer kicked him. But, the spinning back fist, I guess the hook kick, which was interesting. He has legit, his forearms and his elbows and his knees are fucking nukes, they're fucking nukes. You don't want to get hit by that. And yeah, he got him out of there, and then he beat Mirsha Serkinov, flying knee. Serkinov, he's a good fighter. Serkinov has a really good win over Jimmy Crute. Decent guy, been around the block for a minute, has fought some of the toughest of the tough in the division. Somewhat of a gatekeeper. Now he's going down to middleweight, so that'll be interesting to see how well he does there. But yeah, it was cool. And this is when the hype was at its highest because he had that flying knee finish. It was beautiful. And everyone was like, man, maybe this guy is the truth, like maybe he really can beat John Jones. And I didn't think that. I was like, I need to see more. And then he fought my boy Corey Anderson. And was I scared for Corey? Yeah, but I still picked Corey. Probably one of my, in terms of picks, like one of my favorite picks. Just, where you feel fucking good, like you feel fucking, like when I picked Derek to beat Darren Till, I'm telling y'all, the next day I was like the happiest dude on the planet, man. Derek Brunson, not only did he beat that guy, made me some money too. He fucking made my day, blood. He made my day. I was so fucking juiced, man. Same thing when Glover beat that bum Anthony Smith. I was super happy. And when Corey Anderson went out there and put it on. And the way he did it too, like I did not think Corey was gonna knock him out, because like, you guys got to understand, I know a lot of people get mad about Corey doing this, but Corey was in a situation where he had beat the number 3 guy in Glover Teixeira. He had beat the number 5 guy in what's his name, Malir Latifi, and he wasn't getting moved up in the rankings, probably because of the setbacks, against OSP and Manawa. But like, they were just almost ruining this guy's career, and then they gave him, look at my racetrack over there. They gave him Walker to lose. He knew it. Everyone knew it, and it's crazy to me what happened, that he got fined because of, the talking. But you have to understand, that's all not Walker. Did he deserve it? No. But you have to understand where it's coming from. This is from constant setbacks and just obvious corporate pushing to Walker, and obviously, corporate, holding him back for Corey. And, he exploded. Yeah, he was going to be like that. And he destroyed it. He destroyed Walker. And honestly, I feel like he took a bit of the, a piece of the man out of Walker too. Like, he took something from that dude. And, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but he hasn't looked the same since this fight. I don't want to say he had it coming, but I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, you don't play with fire, man. And Corey that day was fire, and he was playing with fire, and Corey just lit his ass up, man. I know some people say it was an early stoppage, but I mean, he lit his ass up. Then he fights Nikita Krylov, and Krylov just controlled him, and he kind of showed us where I felt like these two losses show where Walker's weaknesses are: his defense and his grappling cardio. And Nikita was able to expose his grappling cardio, because I don't think he has bad takedown defense. It's just he can't maintain that chain wrestling, man. He gets caught up in that, and it's over, right? And he kind of got exposed there. Now, his last fight against Ryan Spahn, I mean, shit. Anthony Smith beat Ryan Spahn. Now he the fucking GOAT. Apparently, I've never seen this in my fucking life. And Walker finished him, and also Smith finished him too. But it's like the same thing. But yeah, when I look at Spahn, I mean, I felt really bad for him going into the Smith fight. I was kind of rooting for him, and I saw that UFC Destin thing. And, Smith beat the shit out of him and talked mess to him, so I, respect to that. But, obviously fight IQ isn't the, the thing that Spahn is known for. And in this matchup against Walker, he had him. I mean, he had him. He dropped him twice. He was in full mount. He had him bad. I mean, he had him so bad. Like, Spahn to this day, he has to live with that one. Like, I'm sorry, he has to live with that, but he had him. Like, I keep saying it, he had him, y'all. Like, he had him so bad. But those fucking elbows and those that elbow, when Spahn was going for that single leg, and that elbow he hit him, it killed him, man. And you could hear his coach, I forgot the guy's name, talking about back of the headshots. I was like, God damn, he might have a point. But that's just something that Spahn got to live with. And Walker, I mean, that's something he got to look at honestly and be like, he lucked out. He lucked out big time. So it is what it is. It's his last win, and it's his most recent thing. Now, if we look at a guy like Thiago Santos and what he's accomplished, man, I mean, he's beaten the who's, right? Like, you look at the guys he's fought. He has a win over the champ, But if we look at everyone he's fought in so many good guys. Like, obviously Vicente Luque, Cesar Ferreira. Now, he did lose to those guys. He fought Uriah Hall, lost to him. But no shame in that. Beat Nate Marquardt. Beat Elias Theodore. Went to decision with him. Lost to Gegard Mousasi. Lost to Eric Spicely. That's the Eric Spicely one's like, come on, bro. But what's his name? The Gegard Mousasi one's not bad. That's a legit guy. He's one of the, in my opinion, one of the greatest fighters of all time. At least at middleweight. Beat Jack Marshman. Beat Gerald Mearshart. Look at what Gerald's doing recently. He's having a bit of a resurgence. Beat Jack Hermanson with the quickness. Quickly. And look at what Hermanson's doing. Destroyed Anthony Smith. And I don't understand how Smith is ranked above him. He did lose to, he got knocked out by David Branch. Beat Kevin Holland. Beat Eric Anderson. I mean, a brutal beating. Beat Jimmy Manuwa, then knocked out Jan Blachowicz last victory. He fought John Jones to a split decision. I thought John won that. Like, y'all know me, I'm not a big fan of the crackhead, but he won that. Then he lost to Glover Teixeira. Oh man, that was such a like even when I see that, bro, like it brings like joyness to me. But one of the most clutchest picks of all time, blood. I don't care what nobody says. I was so happy that day. And then he lost to Alexander Rakic, and that was his most recent performance. The Rakic fight, I mean, he looked timid in there. Rakic was putting on the pressure. He checked kicks very well. I'll give him that. But yeah, besides him checking kicks, he looked super, super timid. I mean, I don't give Joe Rogan a lot of credit for his commentary lately, but I mean, he said something really, really interesting, was like, what kind of fighter is this guy after those two knee surgeries? And not necessarily, I still think he has hammers in his hands. You saw it in the Glover Teixeira fight. He can drop guys. And I think he's still got power in his hands, but he's always been a kicker. He's always been a Muay Thai fighter. I wonder what his kicks are like. Now obviously, has he knocked every guy out with his kicks? Not necessarily. He's knocked some guys out, but he's had good hands. He's always had good, I wouldn't say good hands, but he's always had good power in his hands. And that's something that's going to be interesting, because Rakic was feinting the jab and going forward, and he was putting pressure. He was the one guy going forward, and that was something that was messing with Thiago. Thiago's very bouncy, and I don't know if he lost his bounce. I don't know how effective his kicks are, but that was a loss that's like, damn, like, it looked easy for Rakic to just do what he did. Like, I know they didn't do much, but Rakic just kind of won the fight easily. There was no threat, and it wasn't like, it wasn't like Thiago scared Rakic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just looked like, I'm sorry, but Rakic looked like a body. Not Rakic. Thiago looked like a body in there. Rakic looked like the only guy that was actually trying to do something. And all respect to Thiago, but that's just my humble opinion on how that fight went. And I watched it too. But I mean, with with that performance that Thiago had against Rakic, and he's on a 3-fight skid, I mean, he's gonna need a big victory. And Johnny Walker, he still has some hype. And if he can get a victory here against an aging Thiago Santos, who is a middleweight, who is smaller, right? It's a big thing for him. But here's how I look at it, and here's how I break it down. Johnny Walker, I mean, unless he makes huge leaps and bounds improvements in his striking defense, in his wrestling, but I don't think no wrestling is going to be a big part. I don't know how he can win this fight going into the distance, or even going into the second round. Thiago, I wouldn't say Thiago is the most technical striker, but he's more technical than Walker. I'll say that for sure. And going into this matchup, and in terms of durability, I think Santos has him down there. Like, he hasn't been really hurt that bad. Like, he kind of might have got hurt a little bit against Manuwa, but he's had a pretty good chin at 205. One way I can really see Walker winning is just a fluke knockout. Like, he's big and he has the reach advantage, so that should help him. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been getting my ass whooped on UFC 4 by Walker. It's been pissing me off. I don't know how the AI has been figuring me out, but yeah, I mean, honestly, if I'm being honest right now, I think Thiago, he should win this fight. Like, he really should. Like, he should knock him out too. I think he's gonna knock him out in the second round. Just seeing the way how Walker got slept like that. Well, he didn't get slept, but the way he got dropped like that against Spawn, that's not gonna leave my head. And I thought about picking Walker because of the size and the length and stuff like that, because he's such a big guy. But I don't think that's gonna help him here, and I think Thiago's gonna come back. But you never know, man. He could lose this, But Thiago's the last guy to knock out Blachowicz. Like, that's still something he has. And if Blachowicz is able to get through, Glover or either Rakic or Yuri or both of them, you never know. Maybe they could do this retirement fight between both guys, because both guys are getting a little older. So, hopefully, I do feel bad for Thiago. But he did get his title shot, so it is what it is. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thiago by second round TKO. That's my pick. But yeah, I don't know what else. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, follow me on my Instagram. Follow me on my Twitter. If you're new, subscribe. Go click the notification button. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all, and goodbye.